Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Hollander, and I'm here with Greg Duke from Orlando Power Yoga. We're going over a yoga series for back pain. This series is for Facet Syndrome. Facet Syndrome is pain that's usually worse on extension. If you think that you might suffer from Facet Syndrome or you have back pain that's worse on extension, please make sure to visit your chiropractor and make sure you get adjusted and that it is safe for you to do these yoga series.
The first pose that we're going to address is going to be child's pose. So you're going to come down onto your mat with your knees wide as long as it doesn't cause you any pain. Have your toes touching and then reach your arms straight forward, bring your forehead down on the mat. Lengthening the spine, sending your hips backwards, creating space in between the joints, and slightly pressing the palms of the hands down into the mat.
This pose is really excellent for someone that might be suffering from Facet Syndrome because you're actually gapping the facet joints and you're causing a stretch in this lower part of the back. This is actually where the quadratus lumborum is, and so you should really feel relief in this pose. Please don't do this pose if you're feeling any sharp pain. If you feel dullness or soreness in this area, that's usually okay.
And next we're going to go into a forward fold. So if y'all will just go on and rise up, we're going to just go into a forward fold. So you're standing on your feet. You're just going to bend the knees slightly and just go on and fold all the way down. And then you go right into a ragdoll position where you're holding onto the elbows and just allowing the body to completely relax into the pose, possibly even allowing the tummy to rest onto the thighs. And just allowing everything to completely relax and the weight of the head actually pulling you deeper into the pose. So next we're going to go into a separate leg forward fold. So if y'all will go on and rise up, nice and slow. And just take one foot out towards each side of the mat. Take your legs as wide as you possibly can, as long as it's comfortable on the back. Your toes are coming in a little bit, heels are going out. And then you're just going to forward fold, bring your hands down to the mat. Slight bend in the knee to alleviate any tight pressure that you might feel in the low back. And then a modification for this is with your hands into the mat. Taking it a little bit more advanced, you want to reach out and grab a hold of the big toes and just get a nice firm grip, which allows you to pull your forehead down towards the mat. So either option is good. So we're going to go on and come down onto the mat. And we're going to do forward fold, both legs reaching straight out forward. So reach your arms up high to the sky and you want to lengthen the spine. So think about creating a lot of space between the waist and the rib cage. And then as you take a strong breath in, you're going to exhale and fold forward. Reaching for the toes or grabbing a hold of the ankles and shins. Allow the spine to lengthen. Keep your chin forward to lead with your chest, or if it feels more comfortable, you can allow the back to round slightly. So then we're going to go into a bound forward fold. So just go in and bring the soles of your feet together, bending the knees. If you're very flexible, your feet will come closer to the body. If you're not as quite flexible, or if you have a little bit of knee issues, your feet will be further apart. Then once more, think about lengthening the spine, creating space between the ribs and the waist, and then just allow the body to fold forward nice and easy over the feet. The next pose we're going to do is we're going to go into a plow pose. So if y'all go on and lay down onto your back. So Danny's going to go on and demonstrate a full plow pose where he takes his legs up and then carefully with control brings his legs back. Liz is going to go on and do a legs up the wall version. So she's just basically going to keep her feet directly above her hips, flexing her toes towards her shins the whole time. This takes a little pressure off of the low back.
Now you'll notice these are all flexion poses, so even though this looks like an intense stretch, which it is, if you're actually suffering from Facet Syndrome or a facet imbrication, you should be getting relief from this. You should be feeling a good stretch. This should not be causing you pain. If this causes you any sharp pain or any pain, please feel free to skip this or modify like you were seeing Liz do.
The next pose we're going to go into is Happy Baby. It's a nice relief pose. So they're both going to go on and assume Happy Baby pose. There's not really a great modification for it because it doesn't need it. But you can grab a hold of the outside edges of the feet, reaching the arms across the shins, or reaching across the top of the shins and grabbing the inside of the feet. Lengthening the spine to get the entire spine flat on the mat, as well as the back of the neck, if possible. You want to attempt to get the entire back perfectly straight on the mat from your sacrum all the way up to the back of the neck, making sure that you're drawing the core in towards the belly button, or the belly button in towards the spine, engaging the core, and just pull the knees down on the outside of the body. So then we're gonna go into, come back up onto your hips, and we're just gonna hug knees into the chest. So you're just creating a nice, like hugging the body into a nice tight ball, sitting up on the hips. To get a little bit of relief, they're just gonna round the spine, letting the shoulders open up, and they're gonna feel some release here in the back. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a Shavasana pose, which is a final resting pose. So guys, go on and just lay down onto your back, find Shavasana pose, legs straight out in front of you, palms facing the ceiling.
Now we've actually just brought your back into extension. So you might feel some soreness while you're in this resting pose, even though it's a resting pose. If that's the case, go ahead and bend your legs and bring your feet flat to the floor. And then you're going to, by doing that, you're going to be rounding out the back again and gapping those facet joints and probably giving you relief even in your resting pose. Thank you, Greg, for taking us through this series. I think it's an excellent series for someone that might be suffering from Facet Syndrome or back pain that's worse on extension. If you think you suffer from Facet Syndrome or you have back pain that's worse on extension, please check with your chiropractor, get adjusted. It's going to be important that your spine is moving properly before you can benefit from a series like this.